Welcome back, fellow shop rats. Today we're here in Centennial location near Calumet, Michigan, and the Oakland is actually back in the garage where it was when we picked it up 4 years ago, although it was way back in the back corner. It's about a four-car garage. The trailer is sitting over here. The truck is over there too. The trailer's empty right now, obviously. We got a full day planned. I got a bunch of video and pictures and things from yesterday. I didn't do any filming myself, but a lot of other people did, so they're going to share that stuff with me, and I'll piece some of it together to share with you in this episode. But today, we've got some epic plans. We've got some big plans and made some big arrangements. We're going to be taking this car to some key locations in its history. The first one being the dealership where it was purchased brand new in 1926. Now, it's no longer an Oakland dealership, obviously, but it still is an auto parts. And we've made arrangements with the owners to have the car there for a while today and people to see it there. Then we're going to Burger King and other people are going to meet us there. And then we got several places we're going, and I'm going to be filming the whole process today. So this is really epic and really huge to me. Reuniting almost 100 years of history back in the local area where this car was purchased brand new and where it spent almost all of its life, really. So other than the last few years that it's been at my place. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. This is really some awesome stuff. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
So we're locked and loaded, just waiting for everybody to get ready. My Aunt Nancy went down to get her truck because we always like to go with a chase vehicle, because with a vehicle like this, you never know if it's going to break down or not. And it just gives us a second set of wheels if we need to come back and get the truck and the trailer and all that stuff. But we're off for our ventures for the day. So next stop will be Harder Auto Parts, where this car was purchased brand new. Here we are at McClure Motors, which is now CarQuest Auto Parts, Harder's. And we've had a whole bunch of people looking at the car and so forth, because, this is quite a piece of epic history here for sure, for it to be returning back to its original location when it was brand new. One of the things that I never noticed when we were here before is if you look right above the car, one of the original McClure service windows they left preserved in the building. And so it's really cool to have this here with the car right in front of it for sure. We really want to thank Harders for allowing us to come here today and video and photo shoot and allow people to view the car back in its original location. If you happen to be in Calumet, Michigan, stop in and tell them I said hi. Tell them that Mike from My Car Shop sent you. They will know who the hell you're talking about. It's good to get the word out. Well, it sure is cool to have the car here, and we're going to be taking it a few other places real soon, but in the meantime, we got a guy that we're going to take for a little putt, and I'll be right back. So our next stop was back here at Burger King. We kind of set a schedule for the day, and we had a whole bunch more people at McClure Motors / Harders than we expected, but that's great. That's what it's about, and we had told people we would be here between 1:30 and 2, and it's 2 o'clock right now, so we're going to hang out here for a while and see if anybody wants to come see the car. And then we have other places to go, so don't go away. It'll be fun, I promise. It will. It'll be epic. it'll be historic. If you ever come to Calumet, Michigan, one huge landmark to check out is the Calumet Theater. It is a huge piece of history, absolutely beautiful facility inside from way back in the day, of course. And I don't think we're going to have time to go in, but maybe another time up here we can do that. But we really wanted to bring it here to the theater and get some video and get some pictures and things like that. My dad was telling the story on the way up of when they removed the top of the clock tower. There was a dome and some other things up there back when he was a kid, or when he was a teenager, I guess. And so, yeah, it's just really cool stuff. And it's good to have the car here in front of this and just really get a good look at it. We felt it only appropriate to bring the car back out to Great Grandpa today. And we're here out at the Calumet Cemetery where Great Grandpa and Great Grandma and Grandpa and Grandma and other family members are buried. And we'll take you over there. But Great Grandpa and Grandma's grave is just the other side of the car. So let's wander over there for a minute and we'll share that with you. This is pretty much the dad that I grew up with, always with looking through a lens. I thought my dad had one big eye in the middle of his face until I was about 7 years old. So he was a professional photographer before he went into ministry. So this was just very reminiscent of most of my life, watching him try to get the perfect shot.
I heard that.
My aunt was just mentioning to me that my great great grandfather is buried right there, and I didn't remember that. So that's pretty cool. That's just over from great grandpa's grave. We're going to go over to my grandparents' grave here in just a minute, but I just really like the picture here with the tree behind and the sunshine behind and so forth, and I wanted to share that with you. My great grandparents' grave was way over that way, and so we're down here now where my grandparents are, and my dad is actually standing there because my grandparents' grave is right there. And Dad's doing his usual picture taking and so forth, so I'm going to let him finish what he wants to do, and then we'll go over and shoot some video. It's really cool that the gravestone is so close to the road, so we could have the car here. It's pretty neat because if it was way over in the middle, it would be a whole lot harder to do this. At least by itself.
Underpowered.
Let's just not go to Copper City. Ooh, boy, it has been a long day, but it's been a good day. The sun is finding its way down. It's 8 p.m. maybe. I didn't really look at the clock. We took you on a lot of the journey of the day, but not all. We visited with several people in the local area and took them on rides in the car. People who knew of the car. Some of my dad's friends we talked with, and they had memories of playing in the car when they were kids. And so just a lot of really neat experiences and stories and connecting with other car people. Just really, really cool stuff all day. We spent a ton of time at the dealership building. Talked with the owners there, as I said, tell them that Mike from My Car Shop sent you, et cetera, because I'm always plagiarizing Duddy whenever I can. I see a green dot. I hope nobody has a laser scope poked in on me. Let's see, it'd be right there. Okay. Um, yeah, it's just been a good day. We went out to the cemetery. We came back into town, and there was another gentleman that my aunt wanted to see the car, and my aunt wanted him to see the car. And we were there for, he told tons of stories, particularly about another dealership in town here and how Walter P. Chrysler came and talked with the owner of that and ended up, they ended up selling Chrysler cars here. I can't remember the name of the company, but I'll try to remember to insert it here. They were selling Maxwells and Whippets and other things like that. And Chrysler, if I remember the story he told, Chrysler had purchased Maxwell. He purchased majority interest, and he was using that dealership chain to sell his new cars. He was unknown at that time, or not very well known. And the fellow was, I believe, his uncle that owned that dealership. Um, Became good friends with Walter P. Chrysler, and Walter would come up and they would go fishing together and camping together. And so it was really cool stories. It's all in a book. I will also try to remember to, right here, a picture of the book, if I remember. But it's been a good day. So let's wander down to the car and just kind of wrap things up here for the day. We pretty much checked off all of the boxes of the things we had planned to do, with going to Harder's / McClure Motors building, with going to the Calumet Theater, with going to Burger King. We met with most of the people that we wanted to meet with. I do know there's a couple people, a couple of relatives that wanted to see the car that haven't. So I'm guessing they'll be poking around tomorrow. We got out to the cemetery. We met with the other fellow, like I said. I really wished I had been able to record the stories this guy was telling. It was just wow, just really, really cool history stuff, local history, yes, but a lot of automotive stuff that I wasn't aware of. Oh, and something else that he taught me today, I want to be sure to share with you guys. Something about the Oakland that I didn't know. As he was looking in the car, he was back here just looking in the back seat, and he said, "Oh, that has one of those in it." And I said, "What is that?" I assumed it was kind of a handhold, but when he explained what it was, um, I didn't know this, and so I learned something today from this fellow, and I'm greatly appreciative. This is the holder for a lap blanket. So what we're going to do is we are going to try and find, stylistically find, doesn't need to be period, it needs to be period correct as far as its style. Doesn't have to be period correct as far as its age. And I know a guy, a friend of mine, Nathan, that we bought the motometer from down in Indiana. He's into a lot of vintage stuff. I bet he will know where to find a period correct lap blanket for this car that we can hang on that holder. I think that's cool. I did not know that's what that was. And I know quite a bit about cars of this vintage, but I learned something from him today, and that was really, really cool. That same fellow also has a 30 Model A, and he shared that with us. And it's really old. I wouldn't call it a restoration, kind of a customization, but it's not really a hot rod. It's just not painted in original color. It's blue. It's got fiberglass fenders. Some of the glass is broken. Um, he got it about 5 years ago, and he drives the wheels off of it, and he absolutely loves it, and he has a lot of fun. And he showed me his car, and I got to reminisce about my Model A, and we talked turkey about different things about Model A's in the different years, which I know a lot about. And I was able to share some things with him that he didn't know about Model A's, so that was really cool. And he didn't know what these knobs on the back of the car were for here, so I was able to share with him what those are for. And if you know what they're for, drop it in the comments, because I'm not telling you right now. I probably shared it before. But I think it's been a great day. I'm exhausted. Peopled out, lots of tours, lots of miles on the car. I think we put 10 or 12 miles on the car today. It's been a really good, fun day. I'm tired. It's just a lot to keep track of, and talking with people and driving people around. And I'm not totally familiar with the streets here anymore. It's been a long time since I spent a lot of time here. I spent tons of time here when I was a kid, but for some reason, things that were 40 years ago aren't the same today. I don't know. So that's going to do it for this one. I don't know. There may be more after this. I don't know. So we'll just figure it all out together. But I really want to say thank you so much for watching. And in case this is the end,
Wow.